3, 2, clock strikes midnight. I'm finally 25, double check my pulse. No, this can't be right, heart still beating. How is it I'm still alive? Pick up my phone. Look, there's been an oversight. I promised you 24 years and you promised then I could call it time. I told you I was exhausted and you said, just one last ride. No, you're not listening. I'm tired. I've got no more fight. It's not fair for you to not uphold your side. Oh, and you won't let me cancel my subscription to the Strongest Warrior package. Well, if there's no choice but conscription, then I will do the utmost damage. My phone cuts dead. Suddenly standing beside my nightstand stands a woman in red. She says, "Come child, take my hand. I've heard everything you've said and I understand, but before you take your last breath, there's just one last test. If after that you still don't want to progress, I promise, then I shall lay you to rest." We transport to outside my nephew's bedroom. I say, "You can't see us, I presume." She nods, and I hear a familiar tune. He's winding up a music box I got him from Cancun. Yesterday he looked 7, now he looks 17. He sat on his bed reading a postcard from me. I say, "My sunshine looks like he's lost all of his glow." She says he never quite understood why you had to go. Constantly asked if you were coming home soon, and when his mum broke it to him, he didn't believe it to be true. Waited on his bed for weeks for you, constantly staring at his door waiting for you to walk through. He begins to cry and through gritted teeth he sobs, "You promised you'd never leave me." I fall to my knees and I begin to weep. I look up at her and beg to leave. She says, "No, there's more I need you to see." She taps my shoulder and then we quantum leap, and just like that we're in a living room and there's a man hitting a woman like some possessed baboon. I try to intervene but my hand goes right through. I look at her bewildered. "I don't see how this has anything to do with me." She says, "My child, without your words she won't leave." She swipes her hand and we enter a new scene. This time the same woman is now sat on a cream settee, and on her phone screen is a video of me. She's watching so intently. The red woman grabs my hand ever so gently and says, "One day your words will impact many immensely." Without hearing the fire in your belly, she would have never been ready to leave a relationship so deadly. She swipes her hand again, and this time I see the same woman left on the floor to bleed. But how is this fair? Why is this my cross to bear? I'm too damaged, I'm far past repair. She shields my eyes and then there's a bright white glare. As she removes a hand, standing in front of me is myself, only 15. She then asks me to repeat. "I want you to tell her she can't be redeemed. I want you to tell her that you're gonna take it all away. I want you to tell her why she doesn't deserve to stay. I want you to tell her why she's not good enough. Go on, tell her why she's too tough to love." I look into younger me's eyes, and as I do, she begins to cry. On myself, I'd inflicted the most spite, and now I had nowhere to hide. "I can't," I replied. The red woman let out a sigh and said, "To stay for others will keep you for a time, but it is for yourself that you must continue to fight." So I dried younger me's eyes, pulled her in close and held her tight and said, "I promise I won't give up on you this time." And as we began to coincide, suddenly there was a bright white light, and just like that, I was back to where I started my night. So if you're seeing this now, that must mean it's true. Sure, I stayed for me, but I stay for you too. And on the days it seems a little hard to cope, you stayed for a moment, so there must still be hope. So before you do decide to leave, if you can't stay for you, then please stay for me.
Bye. Love you.